views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Straight ahead on Perspectives, he's using his talent to promote the Hillary Clinton ticket. He believes she's qualified and is going to be our next president. I'll introduce you to him. You'll hear his perspective right here on Perspectives with yours truly, Darren Hyman.
What's on your mind?
Let 'em know.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Let 'em know.
Anything relevant to life, you bring it to the table. Whether you make a move solo or a movement with a stable. No fables, you speak on your decisions. Cause in the long run, it's your voice, your views, your vision. Keeping it real with many messages for you to know. This ain't radio, but DJ runs the show. Entertainment, he rocks it. Politics, he locks it. The host with the most would handle any topic. Don't forget to share your perspective with shines of light. Cause it might make a difference in someone else's life.
Make a difference.
What's your perspective?
Express what's in your heart and your mind. Share your perspective.
What's your perspective?
And hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Perspectives. I am Darren Hyman, and we thank you for watching. Of course, Perspectives is now in its 15th season, and we want to thank you for just sharing with us all down through the years as we talk about news, current events, politics, the things that really make a difference in the community and in our nation. We talk about that here on the show, and of course, having you associated with us and sharing your positive comments, your feedback, and really engaging us and letting us know that you want to see Perspectives really makes a big difference to us. And so we thank you for being a part of our success. Our guest today in the studio has been in the music industry 23 years. He's the owner, I should say, of Handsome Audio. He's a musician, songwriter, record producer, and he's using now his musical talents and experience, raising awareness about voting rights and encouraging people to register to vote. He's also a big supporter of Hillary Clinton. It's our pleasure to introduce to some and present to others, Mr. Langston Massengill. And thank you so much, Langston, for coming to join.
Thank
Good,
you.
Good to have you, man.
Me. It's great to be here. I love it here. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good place. We got some great people here, and you're doing some great work.
Thank you.
And so I want to take some time to talk a little bit about some of the work that you're doing. Okay. You're using your music, your musical career, and you're using it with a political undertone, if you will.
Yeah.
Really raising the voice for Hillary Clinton. And so I think the main thing is, first and foremost, that you really want to try to engage people to get out and vote.
Yes. I mean, I could give you the 5-second explanation of why I did it, but it'll take longer than that. But I'm somebody that grew up in a family that has been very active in the civil rights movement since they first came to America. I say that in relationship to the current election because both halves of my family are immigrant families. My mother's family came here from Panama. My father's family came here from the islands in Brazil. And they both, when they got here in America, became very involved in the black struggle. My father's family actually helped form the NAACP, the first inception of it in Massachusetts in secret. And my grandmother, who worked at General Electric, famously in our town of Syracuse, where I'm from, defied the orders of General Electric that any black workers who were caught going to the Civil Rights March with Martin Luther King would be fired summarily. And she famously went with a string of other workers and came back and they still had a job. And I grew up hearing these stories, you know, and now I see young minorities, young white folks, and old as well, saying things like votes don't count, saying things that I'm going to sit this election out because this person is not running or because it's fixed, so it won't matter what I do. And I grew up with the knowledge and the wisdom of my elders to tell me people fought and died, white and black, so that people could vote. You know, there was a suffragette movement with women, and then there was the civil rights movement where even though people technically on the books had the ability to vote, actually surviving the voting process at one point in time was a very dangerous plight for people of color in America. And I now hear these things come out of people's mouths. I see the social media that they put out there that, you know, it's an acceptable part of our culture to just sit out elections and to not become active in the process, either if it's for the presidential level or if it's for a judge, if it's for sheriff. And people honestly believe that their votes don't count. But I always say to them, no one kills somebody for something that doesn't have value. Right. You know, I mean, if you possess something and people try to stop you from executing it, then you most certainly know it's real and that it has value and it has power. I mean, that's what that big struggle was about in the civil rights movement, was that people were honestly afraid of the black vote because, you know, what would these people vote for? Who would they feel was best fit? You know, would they vote for the sheriff who actually was like a grand dragon in the Klan, for example? Obviously not. So they knew the value then, and I think people even know now. And one of the things that I witnessed in my hometown that really struck a chord with me is that, you know, we've got a very good thing going with trying to get black mobilization and different community mobilization happening. And there's been no push to register youth to vote. There's been no push to inform people that were formerly incarcerated that if your status is such that you're off parole or you are cleared, you can register to vote again. Like, this information needs to get put out there. This is a very important election year.
So you're putting your information out saying, listen,
yes,
it's important, and I want to use my media, my tools, to really be able to do that. So this is the background behind the video that you created.
Yes, sir. It started out as a thing where I said, you know, it'd be great if I could write this really good anthemic thing to support Hillary Clinton, mainly because I saw a lot of the music that was out there was just basically a regurgitation of what was already in existence. You know, people were just basically covering their own material for her. And, you know, we're musicians. That's what I say rhetorically, right? So, like, isn't that what we do? We write music to fit the situation, and people were just giving her old stuff off the shelf. And I'm like, things need to be current to our time. You know, my mother raised me around a lot of great fight and revolutionary music like John Lennon and Dylan and Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles and James Brown. You know, they wrote for their time. And I kind of see an absence of that right now. And so I picked the platform that I grew up doing, which is hip-hop music, as a way to communicate that. And it hasn't come without some controversy. You know, I've had a lot of hate mail because of this song. You know, people are telling me that I've wasted my voice and I've wasted my gift, and that, you know, we need to, you know, realize who we're really voting for. And, you know, my response has always been, you know, I vote because I care about my children. I vote because I care about my brothers and sisters, you know, in every community, whether it's the black, the brown, the red, whatever may have you, the gay community, the LGBTQ community. And my vote is meant to express my concern and care for them as well. So with hip hop, because it's such a direct, in-your-face format, it has a way of avoiding the phantasmic aspect of song, and instead it gets straight to the point. Just like the Last Poets and Gil Scott-Heron, you know, sometimes you need to be able just to say the revolution will not be televised,
right,
instead of having to dance around the mulberry bush. So with this song, it is about exercise your rights, never forfeit. You know, these are things that our ancestors fought and died for, and so I wanted to communicate that.
I want to take a quick break and come back after the break. We're going to play that video. You're going to have an opportunity to hear it, and then we'll talk about it. Thanks to Matt and Gail, our guest in the studio. We'll be right back right after this.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the Morning Show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family?
This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort...
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry.
Go long, son!
It's always worth it.
Whoa! Faster!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact. on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
And we are back here on Perspectives. Our guest, the 23-year veteran of the music industry, using his musical gifts and talents to promote a video for support of Hillary Clinton in her campaign in the race for the White House. And Langston Massengale is our guest in the studio. And so let's get ready to introduce this. What are people getting ready to see?
This is a lyric video that I put together for the song that I produced and wrote and performed called Changemaker, which is like the mantra, besides the I'm with her mantra of the Hillary Clinton campaign. And it's just about how I feel about voter rights and making sure that you maintain them and that you inform your children about their rights if they're becoming of age to vote. And just, getting out and voting, and unifying the communities and bringing people together in this big quilt we call America.
All right, let's take a look at the video right now.
Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls. Exercise your rights, never forfeit. Don't sit down, hell needs your endorsement. Get your poll in place and your voter registration. If your child's 18, encourage their participation. The current situation, we woke and we vocalize. Put on your walking shoes, hit the streets and mobilize. From down ticket from a fam deacon to Capitol Hill, we clicking on the box for the right reasons. Hills qualified, standing on the principles. Cooler than the iceberg, Obama knows a pinnacle. For half of babies, teens and millennials. Even had Bill playing sax on the Senegal. I love Barack, but peep the lineage, fam. Hillary fought first for the healthcare plan. Just because she's not a man, you all caught up in your feelings. It's time for us to break the glass ceiling. Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls. Feeling hopeless, friend? Did you know if you off parole, you could vote again? Did you know if you're not home, you can mail it in? Even if you are a brand new citizen, come along and take a stroll to the poll. Hillary in the White House, that's the new goal. Time to get together, show 'em we got soul, show 'em we got courage to be strong in the face of hate. We won't fold. Time to put Madam President on deck, respect on her name, so give it a check. I know your day's really long to be standing in line, but homie, go cast yours, cause I know I cast mines. And we got Barack twice, love is love for real. We could all weave our colors to the rainbow quilt. We could put Hill first in the Oval Office. Black man, now a woman, mission accomplished. Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls. Don't forget the mayor, don't forget the governor, you're a taxpayer. Exercise your rights, please don't be afraid, cause we all are the same on election day. Participate in all things locally. Without your vote, we don't have your vocally. Let the people choose when they cast their vote. I choose love, I choose faith, and I choose hope. So get out and vote. Get out and vote. Brother mine, I extend my hand, so let's go. Sister, come along, we can let the people know, cause it all comes down to your vote.
Better get out and vote.
Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls.
Better get out and vote.
Now, of course, I can't tell you who to vote for, but I can tell you, get out and vote. And that's an awesome,
Amen to that.
awesome opportunity for people to get out and vote. And really, we see who you're supporting, of course, but still, even the broader message of really getting out to vote. And it's something I think you're trying to just reach all ages.
Yes. I think that there are a lot of youth who are turning 18 this year that may necessarily be in situations where that's not a conversation they have around the dinner table. You know, I've worked with at-risk and inner-city youth for a very long time, and sometimes if you have a youth program or an after-school setting, that's the first time you go to a young man or a young woman who's 17 3/4 or something like that and say to them, hey, look, you are going to be turning 18 soon. Do you know that you can register to vote and actually vote in this coming election? And they have no idea that that's like a turning point in their life. Besides registering for selective service in the military, voting is one of the first things you get to do as an adult citizen in American society. And youth need to be taught about the power of voting. They need to be convinced of the impact of elections, not necessarily just for the president. Everybody likes to talk about the president, but your mayor, your governor, your sheriff, your circuit court judge, for example, those people are in, even your district attorney, those people are in positions that necessarily might impact you a whole lot quicker than whoever the president is. You know, and it all boils down to people need to be able to sit and talk, whether you're a parent, a guardian, or a mentor, if you're somebody that just has a relationship with a young man or woman, and be able to explain to them, son, daughter, do you know that you know, this is an important time and we actually need your vote to count. We need you to be in a position where you can actually participate in this election. There are people that mean well in many situations, but simply didn't take those first small precursory steps to become an active participant in things. And instead, what they are, there's people on the sidelines. And that needs to end, you know?
Before we get out, tell people how they can get in touch with or get this video.
You can actually go to my website, handsomeaudio.com, which is also the home place of my product, Zulu, my invention, which was actually used to make this video. It's an analog tape simulator. So again, it's handsomeaudio.com, handsome like myself. And then audio, audio.com. You can also email me directly. I would be glad to let people use my song. This is not something I'm selling. This is something I'm actually giving to, for example, if there's a local Democratic Party office that wants a rockin' song to play at their rallies, I would be more than glad to give you the master to it. I'm not trying to hold on to this and become famous. I'm simply trying to give people a vehicle. So if you want to reach me, my name at handsomeaudio.com. So Langston, Langston, at handsomeaudio.com is how you can reach me. Hit me up. I'll be glad to get to you and give you whatever materials I may have. As well, where I am locally, we're actually going to try to do a crowd video where we actually get a large portion of our community across the city, from churches, from different segments of the arts community, to actually shoot a live video. I've had a director donate a video to this cause because they really believe in the song. And I invite my brothers and sisters all over New York or anywhere else that are seeing this to, you know, if you want to use this song for it, I'm all for it. I'll give you the, you know, I'll sign a waiver if you need me to, but get your youth out, get them to understand how important it is that they're a part of this. Get these people that are in our communities that are trying to reintegrate, that are formerly incarcerated, that don't know their rights. Let them know if you're off parole and you're in the right state, you can vote again in your elections. Let these people execute their purpose in society again. And let's grow together as a family, because we cannot let hatred win any battles. We can defeat it with love, but that means we have to be together and we have to respect one another. And the first way you respect somebody is by knowing them. And if you know somebody and you know their rights and you're willing to defend and fight for them, that is how you breed respect. That's how you breed love and fealty among people.
Take the time to get to know somebody. Listen, taking a quick break, then we'll come back with our final segment right after this.
Every Monday night at 9, we talk to the borough's movers and shakers about the latest in Bronx politics, education, healthcare, arts and culture, and literally any and everything that's important to the people of the Bronx. There's a reason why Bronxites have been turning to Bronx Talk for more than 20 years, because Bronx Talk is about you and me, the people of the Bronx. So we'll see you Monday night at 9.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Back here on Perspectives, our guest Langston Massingale talking about his video, really encouraging people to get out to vote and also supporting Hillary Clinton. But as you talk about Hillary Clinton and you look at, you said that you're with her. Why?
I believe a lot of the information that is being passed around, which is, I think has a lot to do with people's perception of her as a woman rather than as a politician, has simply been to spread the bad about her, because that's what causes sensationalism in media. And the same thing is true for her opposition, Donald Trump, right? People don't really spend much time talking about his actual political motivations and plans. They simply talk about, did you hear what Trump said? Did you hear what he said last night? Did you hear he threatened this person? Did you hear that he called this person a whatever kind of name? And they're kind of approaching Hillary Clinton in the same way. But I feel that if you really sit down and look at it, you try to really study the situation, she's actually a true politician. She's not some celebrity from a TV show who's, had more loss than victory. She's somebody that's actually fought the cause for a long time, And if you spend the time to read up on her, they did the same thing with Barack Obama, all people cared about was that birth certificate. They didn't care about the fact the man was a literary and legal genius and had all these things about him that just made him desirable as far as he was a person of the community. He represented the smelting pot that we call America. He represented the grand experiment. And instead they focused on, is he really American? Is he a plant? Is he a Manchurian candidate? And people spent so much time dancing around that issue that they forgot to get to know Barack Obama, the politician and the person. And when I look at Hillary Clinton, I think she represents a lot of the things that, especially as a person of color, you'd want to see more of in white America. For example, she's somebody that grew up in a situation where she was funneled into racist culture with Goldwater, right? And then after encountering the Black Civil Rights Movement, turned around and became an ally to black people. You see that? But that story is not told much. They talk just about, the emails and if she used the wrong Twitter account, But the reality is that this individual, this wonderful woman has fought for children's rights. I mean, I'm a person with a background in education as well, and I see all the rights for special needs children and things that she established that did not exist before she actually went to bat for it. And when I put all of those things into perspective, when I look at the way she conducted herself in the Obama administration, the things that are really intriguing to me especially are that the things that people admire about Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton went and did, right? Donald Trump says we're going to go after the enemies of America. Hillary Clinton went and put them in the ground. If anybody executed something that was warranting their death, like Osama bin Laden, Hillary Clinton was sitting next to the president when he was put away for good.
So I want to tell you that obviously, as he says, he's supporting Hillary Clinton, but then also supporting everyone going out and having their right to vote. And so once again, I'm going to get the opportunity to see the video, hear the video, and be connected with Langston. If you can get a chance to check out the video and bring it to wherever you want to bring it to, contact him, hit him up, and I'm sure he can make himself available to you. I want to thank you before we get out of here because we're going to end on your video. But thank you for hanging out with us. And
appreciate it.
Continue the great work. Obviously, very inspiring. And we didn't get a chance to talk about that music. You got to come back.
Okay.
We'll make it so we can come back one day, okay?
Exactly.
All right, Langston Massingale. He's got an invention out there, too. We'll talk about that next time.
Zulu.
Zulu, yes. We can't tell you about it. But in the meantime, the video. And for all of us here on the Seven Perspectives, thanks for watching. Darren Jaime saying take care. God bless.
Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, you know we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls.
Exercise your rights, never forfeit. Don't sit down, hell needs your endorsement. Get your poll in place and your voter registration. If your child's 18, encourage their participation. The current situation, we woke and we vocalize. Put on your walking shoes, hit the streets and mobilize. From down ticket from a fam deacon to Capitol Hill, we clicking on the box for the right reasons. Hills qualified, standing on the principles. Cooler than the iceberg, Obama knows a pinnacle. For half of babies, teens and millennials. Even had Bill playing sax on the Senegal. I love Barack with people lineage fam. Hillary fought first for the healthcare plan. Just because she's not a man, you all caught up in your feelings. It's time for us to break the glass ceiling.
Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, you know we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls.
Feeling hopeless, friend? Did you know if you off parole, you could vote again? Did you know if you're not home, you can mail it in? Even if you are a brand new citizen, come along and take a stroll to the poll. Hillary in the White House, that's the new goal. Time to get together, show 'em we got soul, show 'em we got courage to be strong in the face of hate. We won't fold. Time to put Madam President on deck, respect on her name, so give it a check. I know your day's really long to be standing in line, but homie, go cast yours, cause I know I cast mines, and we got Barack twice. Love is love for real. We can all weave our colors to the rainbow quilt. We could put Hill first in the Oval Office. Black man, now a woman, mission accomplished.
Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, you know we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls. Don't forget the mayor, don't forget the governor, you're a taxpayer. Exercise your rights, please don't be afraid, cause we all are the same on election day. Participate in all things locally. Without your vote, we don't have your vocally. Let the people choose when they cast their vote. I choose love, I choose faith, and I choose hope. So get out and vote. Get out and vote. Brother mine, I extend my hand, so let's go. Sister, come along, we can let the people know, cause it all comes down to your vote.
Better get out and vote.
Everybody's letting out a moan, feeling like you're all on your own. Now the world seems broken, the air feels cold, feeling like I'm running out of road. Choose hope, you know we could do better. Writing out Mrs. President a love letter, ready for a change, and she's got the right goals. In November, wanna see you at the polls.